You gonna speak?
So, we just posted our infertility video, and wow, we're very overwhelmed. I've cried like 10 times already. I just feel like
Exhibit A.
posting that video, we've been like putting it off for probably over a year now, but posting that video made it all feel very real. And so now it's feeling very real. And like, we're really going through this. It really sucks. And we're in the middle of it right now still. And it's just a lot of craziness. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, but I just want to start out by saying thank you so much for all the kind comments. Like, I was not expecting the reaction we got on that video, but I really do feel like we have the best community around us, and that is what is making this so much easier for us.
Yeah, thank you guys. Seriously, we love you guys. It means a lot. It definitely helps this whole process feel a bit easier. It really does. We've connected with a lot of you guys saying that you are experiencing a lot of the same stuff. So I don't know. I want you guys to know that you're not alone. We're going through it too. But Bella posted on her Instagram a little Q&A. And so
we're going to answer some of your questions.
Answer some questions. We just want to make it feel a little personal. We're just hanging out.
Honestly, this is our true thoughts. We're like really overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, we are. And the last video, it was sad. It was really heavy. Let's just be honest. It was sad.
Yeah, it was a lot.
This video might be a little sad, but we're trying to make it a little more lively. You know, a little
That's why
more
we
fun.
went to Dairy Cream. Dairy Cream.
Pause the video, go get some ice cream, sit here, eat some ice cream with us. This video might be a little longer. Let's just get into the
we felt like we deserved a nice little Dairy Queen after that, because that was just a lot. So here we are. Let's get into this video. Babe, right. I just want to give you a kiss and say I love you.
I will always give you a kiss. I'll give you a lot of kisses.
Did you have irregular cycles or normal cycles? So this is actually a really good question, because that was the number one teller of infertility for me. Is I actually, probably when I was 22, up until 22 I had perfectly normal cycles, and then when I was 22 I started to notice that my periods were becoming really irregular, and then I started noticing that I actually lost my period altogether for about 6 months, and then it would come back for a month, and then I'd lose it for another 6 months. And I thought that was really weird, because I went to my gynecologist immediately because I was really concerned. They're like, everything looks really good, you're super healthy, like everything looks great. And I just like kept getting this feeling like, no, there's like something wrong. And so then once we started trying to get pregnant and we weren't getting pregnant, I was like, there's definitely something wrong with my body, like I don't know what's going on. And so then we started seeing infertility doctors, and they were able to help me figure out my whole irregular period situation, but it's still not perfect.
Yeah.
This is the full reason why we felt like we were ready to post this video. So someone said, going through the same boat, we'll be married 5 years this year and have been trying for 2+ years. So
it's literally us.
That's literally us. We've been trying for 3 years now to have a baby, and we're gonna get into more of the details of like what we've done and all the things like that. But it just like, I have no words to say to you other than it sucks, and we're going through it too. And it just feels better knowing that there's other people going through it too, and we are all in this together, right?
Exactly.
So we're sending you lots of love. I feel like that's the big reason why we wanted to post that video, is just to get it out there and to be able to be a part of this community and to talk to so many of you, and we just love you guys.
Let me answer this one. It says, how long have you been trying, and did it hurt that people kept asking if you were pregnant? We started trying to have kids 2 years after we got married.
We just had our 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, so that first year of trying, it was just, I mean, we didn't really expect anything to be wrong. Then after that first year, we're like, all right, something isn't right. It's been 12 months. So we went and saw a doctor, and then it's been 2 years since that point.
I just think we were like kind of in denial the first time we went to an infertility doctor.
We were definitely in denial, 100%.
We were in total denial.
Also, like, sometimes it takes like months to naturally get pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't always happen the first month, or even like 6 or 7 months. So we kind of just played out that first year, seeing what happens, no luck. And then 2 years of like seeing doctors, and we've been to multiple doctors, multiple appointments. How many times have you got your blood drawn?
Oh my gosh, I have a bruise right now from just getting, I just got my blood drawn yesterday.
Yep.
But the one thing I want to say is that I forgot what I was going to say, actually. We tried for a full year before we went and saw a doctor, and then once we saw a doctor, it was kind of crazy because like immediately they're like, yeah, there's definitely some things wrong here, and like we need to talk about your options. And that's when it kind of hit us, and we're like, whoa, we're like starting an infertility journey, like this is it. And then yeah, it's been a whole roller coaster. It says, have you guys considered adoption as an option? Sending you both lots of love. And
the other thing too is one thing that we do have on our side is time, because Bella is very young, being 25 years old. Things like this usually take years. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. And I think adoption would be more on our radar, more on our plan or on our radar long term. Don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely think, like, I think there comes a point in trying where you're just like, you know what, like, you have to kind of accept, like, maybe this isn't going to happen for me and whatnot. And we'll address that when it gets to that point. But for now, we feel very hopeful in knowing that we do have time on our side, and we just feel hopeful in our plan right now. Like, we have an amazing doctor.
We do.
And
we're super grateful for modern medicine as well, because there's a lot of options out there, and we're going to use every single option we can. But adoption is a beautiful thing. It's an incredible thing. Could be something in our future. It really could be. But it still doesn't take away the fact that a majority of the females want to experience pregnancy. They want to birth their own kids. That's a whole beautiful process. And so you're kind of skipping that whole part of pregnancy, and that makes it hard. I know Bella wants to experience that, and so kind of just going straight to adoption, you're missing out on that. So, but we're definitely have it as an option if needs be.
But I always said, even before I even knew I had infertility problems, I always said I would love to have kids of my own, and then I would love to adopt as well.
Me too. That'd be awesome.
I think that would be such a cool thing, and so like that's something that we're definitely open to. Someone said, you don't have to answer this if it's too much, but is this in your genes by any chance? So this is something that actually I thought of too, but then after talking to my mom and like looking at my little sister, everybody in my family has had totally normal like hormones and everything like that has been great, and my mom had no problem getting pregnant.
She had 5 kids.
My little sister has a totally normal, like everything is totally normal for her so far. So yeah, my mom had 5 kids, all natural, and so it's not in your genes. I just think it's just a bad luck. We're laughing about this because we've literally been crying the past hour. Like, we're just laughing now, but
we've gone through a lot of emotions.
There's been a lot of emotions, and
if you think we're too happy in this video,
I know,
go watch the past video.
Yeah.
Guarantee you're gonna cry.
Yeah.
It's awful. I had to edit that thing, and it was awful. I cried every night.
I cried every time I watched it.
It was awful.
Someone said.
So I apologize to you guys that have to watch it, because it's tough.
Someone says, are you currently still trying to get pregnant? Also, I love you guys, and God's got this.
Yeah,
yes,
we're trying.
We are definitely trying. Like, we've been trying, like, I would say the first year of us trying to get pregnant, that was just, like, all natural. We're like, oh, like, if it happens, it happens, you know? And then the past 2 years, we have been with 2 different infertility doctors. We have, like, nonstop been going to different treatments. We've been seeing different specialists. I've been going to acupuncture. I've been doing all the things because, yeah, that's just, like, we're in the middle of a whole infertility journey right now, and plus
you do hear of miracles that happen where people end up getting pregnant naturally. I've heard of some wild stories. People have gone like 6 years, the craziest, most in-depth treatments, and then they stop all of it, and the next month they get pregnant naturally.
Yeah.
So we're never gonna stop trying, ever.
Nope.
And you know, I mean, maybe that could happen to us. Who knows? That's the hardest thing, is there's just so many unknowns, and it's a very big waiting game. There's just a lot of things that you can't do day to day to help, and so we wait a lot.
It's taught me patience.
Yeah, and it's hard.
This is like the hardest thing ever, is just like knowing it's so out of your control, and it's all in God's timing. And so for us, we're learning patience, even though it's so hard. Like, we have 3 empty bedrooms in our house, and it just sucks. Like, I remember moving into that house, I'm like getting sad.
Don't
now.
cry. No.
I'm not trying to
No
cry.
more crying.
But
Please.
moving into that house, I remember like picking out the room that I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the nursery. And I told Dallin, I'm like, I don't want to decorate this room because like it's gonna happen soon. Like we're gonna have a baby soon, and we even got a custom closet in there. Like it has like little baby drawers because we're like, it's like that's gonna be our baby's room, and it just hasn't happened, and it's been sitting empty for the past 3 years, and
Still sitting empty.
it's still sitting empty, and it's kind of sad. So, yeah.
It's gonna come though.
The next question says, how are you and Dallin doing mentally?
Well,
Dallin, how are you doing?
no, I feel good. I don't think I've ever lost hope. I know our time's gonna come,
Yeah.
but days are hard. Days are really hard. The hardest thing
Yeah.
for me is seeing her be sad. That's hard.
I have to say, throughout this whole thing, Dallin has been way more positive than me. I'm just going to put that out there. There's been a lot of days where I've been completely negative, and a lot of days where it's, to be quite frank with you guys, it's been very hard to even get out of bed for me. But Dallin every single time has been there for me and has like cheered me up and made me laugh and like just been the best cheerleader. Every single doctor's appointment, Dallin has been there, and like without a doubt, he's holding my hand through everything. And so I just feel really, 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 really blessed knowing that I have someone like Dallin in my life to go through this with. And the other night, we were talking,
Oh no.
and I was really sad this day, and I was like, I feel so bad for you that you like married someone who like can't have kids.
Yeah, right.
And what did you say? It really melted my heart what you said. Do you remember what you said?
I don't remember exactly.
I remember exactly what you said.
What did I say?
Dallin said I would have married you either way. Like if I
I would've.
He's like, if I would have known that you had these problems like before we got married, I still would have married you. And
1,000%. Of course.
it makes me sad.
No. The hardest part of
It
the
makes me sad thinking about like when we got married, we had no idea. And you had no idea, and I just feel bad for you.
No, babe, it's okay. The hardest part of the first video we posted was, I was so mad at you for saying this. Bella says that she feels like a failure.
I do.
And that's the hardest thing to hear because you're not. And don't ever say that again, ever. Because you're not a failure. All right.
Okay.
Keep the good vibes going.
But anyway, I think we're okay.
It's hard. It's freaking hard.
It's just really hard. I would say there's days of ups and downs, but I also want to say we have really awesome friends who've supported us, and
True.
I just have to give a shout out to my friend Abby. She is so nice. Why am I gonna cry? I'm like so emotional right now. But she's so nice and like always calling and checking in on me, and like that means so much to me. Okay, anyway. The next question is...
I don't want to cry. No more crying, babe. Come on.
The next question is, have you been keeping it completely to yourselves yet? Or have family and friends known?
We have decided, we shared this with a very select group of people.
Yeah.
Which has been really, and definitely our family. Our families know. Majority of some of our extended family have known over the last couple of weeks as we're getting ready to like share this, just as opportunities presented themselves to talk about it. But
what people don't understand is it's really hard to share with someone, because every time I say like we're going through infertility, it starts to feel like real.
yeah.
And then I like get like anxious, and I like start feeling like, oh my gosh, and all these emotions, like, whereas like most of the time I could just kind of like suppress those feelings and not really think about it and be like, oh, I'm totally normal, everything's fine, and I don't have to like worry. But then when you talk to people about it, like it brings all these emotions, and it's really hard to talk about. That's why it's been really hard today to like share this, but it feels so good to finally have shared this and have gotten it out.
It does feel good. It does feel really good.
But yeah, our family is known for a while. Some of our close friends know or have known, and really
And now all of you know.
all our close friends are like have helped us so much, and our families as well, get through this, so we feel really grateful. Someone says, does it make you upset when you see other people with babies? And this is a really good question, because I actually have a lot of friends right now who are pregnant, and I will say it is hard seeing like it's here I go with the TikTok. How does it feel to see someone living how does it feel to live my dream? Have you seen that TikTok?
No.
We should put it up. But it is like hard seeing other people have exactly what you want, but also at the end of the day, like we do have hope and faith and know that our time is going to come.
I think that's a really weird thing because you're so happy for the person.
You're
and
so
you're like,
happy.
you love the baby and you're like, oh, the babies are so cute, you hold them, but at the same time you just like sit there and you're like, I wish this was me.
It's like such a hard feeling because I've also had two sister-in-laws have a lot of kids in the time that I've been going through this. True. And every time they have a baby, it's like my niece or nephew, and I couldn't be happier. Like I literally couldn't be happier. Like I'm like looking at the picture, I'm like, I'm so in love with them. I'm so happy for my sisters. Like this is so exciting. But then I like sit and I think and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm the only one that like can't have kids. Like this really sucks. Like I feel so alone. Like no one understands what this is like. And then you just start getting in your head. And then there's also been days where we have just done like a infertility procedure or something, or I just went and got my blood drawn, and I'll go to the grocery store and I see like the cutest pregnant woman like walking around or like waddling around. And there's been a couple times where I literally have like in my head like rolled my eyes, and then I like have to go in the car and like repent. I'm like, I am such a horrible person for even like rolling my eyes at like a pregnant woman in public. But I just feel like sometimes I get so frustrated because like I'm like struggling and like going through all this stuff, and then I see someone who just like seems so happy and like pregnant. But you can't, I've realized like I'm not upset at all at like any of my friends or family or anyone who's pregnant. Like I'm so happy for them, and it's such a beautiful thing. And I know that those people who I'm happy for are going to be just as happy for me when our time comes. So I think that's a long-winded answer, but like I just feel really grateful, and I know that it's going to be okay.
So what is an IUI?
It's a good question. Let me explain.
I'm no doctor, but I have done a lot of research on this. You explain.
No, you can explain if you want.
You explain, and I'll tell them my funny experience with it.
Okay.
We'll lighten this up a little bit.
So an IUI is one of the most like basic first fertility treatments you can do before going into some of the more aggressive fertility treatments. And basically what it is interuterine what is it?
Insemination.
Thank you.
I think.
We'll put up the full word right here, whatever it's actually called. But what happens is...
Yeah, what happens?
What happens is, for us, we were doing cycles with medication and injections. And so we can even like put a couple pictures up where Dallin had to give me shots every day.
Oh my gosh, that was awful.
It stimulates your eggs to grow and grow and grow. And then when it gets to the time where it's the ovulation time of your cycle, you go in and they take sperm from the man and they basically shoot it up in the exact spot where your eggs are. So you like lay there and they put it right where it needs to go to fertilize the
literally
eggs.
like centimeters away from the eggs.
Like
to
right by the eggs.
They give it its best chance to fertilize the egg.
And then you wait 2 weeks, which was the longest 2 weeks of my entire life.
Yep.
And then you see if you're pregnant or not, and that's what was in our video. We were so sure, like so sure. I had so many symptoms, like I think it just like was in my head.
It was in your head.
But like we were so sure that I was
pregnant. You wanted
pregnant.
to have the symptoms.
Every little thing, like if I had got like a slight cramp, I'm like, oh my gosh,
the baby's kicking.
No, I did not say that. I did not say that.
I'm kidding.
But no, it's just like, I think you just get so excited because the doctors hype it up too. They're like, man, like, I remember my doctor being like, the only thing you're gonna have to worry about is if you're having twins or not.
I know.
And like, so in my head, I'm like, I'm either having one baby or twins. Like, there's for sure not a way that this isn't gonna work. And then it didn't work, and
that was an awful day.
That was a horrible, horrible day. Let's talk about that day. The day that we got our failed IUI pregnancy test. Do you remember what we did?
I don't remember.
I remember exactly what we did.
I
literally laid in bed all day and cried, and Banks wouldn't leave my side. We actually have a picture of that. We'll pop that up on the screen too. Banks wouldn't leave my side, and he has really been like my angel. Like, I don't know if I could have done any of these treatments without him. He's been my angel. And then after that, we went and got Greek food. Do you remember that?
Oh, I do.
We went and got Greek food.
I do remember that.
And that was really fun. Greek food is our favorite. And so yeah, we went and got Greek food.
So I know there are a lot of questions where you guys are asking, so what's next?
Yeah.
You know, like what are we doing next? We have a plan of what's next.
Yeah.
Nothing's set in stone. But But as of right now, Bella is taking a medication to try and fix a couple of things, and that takes 4 to 6 months to kick in and start working. And so we're kind of in the waiting period for this to work. But then once it works, our plan is to do IVF. Yeah,
we will be doing IVF soon. We're just waiting for the right time for us to be able to do it. So
we could do it now, but with what's going on, it just the chances of it working are very, very slim. So we're trying to do some things to bring those chances up a little bit, because going through IVF is a huge toll on the female body. It's extremely hard, as probably a lot of you guys know. You guys would be shocked at how many people go through infertility, and you would have no idea. I mean, we've been in so many doctors' offices, waiting rooms.
It's so sad.
And those rooms are packed. It's really the saddest thing ever. There's literally just couples walking out, and majority of them are just crying. It breaks
my heart. It literally breaks my heart. I can't even think about it.
It's awful. It's so sad.
Every time I enter any doctor's office at this point, I literally get sick to my stomach. I have so much anxiety now, and so I can only imagine how many people feel that same feeling. But yeah, we have a plan. We're gonna be doing IVF soon, and the cool thing, I could cry right now. I feel so happy that this is finally out there, because now we could be more transparent and sharing happy news that happens, which is very rare.
I was thinking happy news.
I know, we rarely get happy news, but when we do get happy news, you guys are gonna be here, and so I feel I am trying to stay positive, and your comments have made my day. I don't think you understand how much it means to me that you guys are there for us. So thank you so much. This means the world to us. I'm excited for you guys to see our IVF journey. And the coolest thing, I'm just manifesting it right now, okay? I'm manifesting it. Can we just say this? I am praying that at the end of this, we end up with twins. That's my lifelong dream. And so
it'd be cool to knock out 2 in 1.
I would love to have twins. So let's just put out the twin energy and
send us all your twin vibes. If you've had twins, if you are a twin, just send it over, please.
So hopefully everything the next couple months plays out exactly how we hope, which it never does, but we hope it does. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so pretty much as Bella saw earlier, she got her blood drawn. We're getting her blood drawn every single month to try and
track all my hormones,
track all the hormones, all the levels. Once they get down to a good level, we'll be doing IVF. And we're really hopeful. You have to stay hopeful. We have an incredible doctor who's very positive.
Very awesome.
We've had a doctor in the past who was very negative.
Positive.
Pretty much told us that
there's no chance.
Screwed. Yeah. And so we met with this doctor. He's like, no. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make it work. And so we're grateful for that, because it meant a lot for us to hear that. And so we have a bright future. We really do. And I'm excited we're going to share everything with you guys. And you're going to come along on this journey, and then you're going to see the end result.
I'm so excited to share stuff with you guys and for you to be a part of this. And the other thing that I'm for people who are going through this as well, right now what I'm trying to do is take my vitamins every day, as many vitamins as I can. Get vitamin D, laying out in the sun. I'm also this is a big reason why I'm kind of obsessed with the gym and working out and doing all these things. Is I'm not trying to over work out or overdo any of that stuff, but I'm just trying to really be healthy and live a really healthy lifestyle right now. So I've been going to the gym a bunch, and it's my relief and my stress relief, and I've been eating really clean. I mean, okay, this is embarrassing.
As we eat some. We only ate half, though.
Yeah, we only ate half of a small. But the thing is, we're really trying to. We've been trying to juice a lot and eat super clean, and
there's a lot of things with infertility that you can't control.
Yeah.
But there are things that you can control. So like Bella said, just taking care of your body, being healthy. So when those times come, you have the best percentages and possibilities to get pregnant. So
yeah. Well, this is the beginning of our story. We can't wait for you guys to watch our story unfold, and we love you guys. I think we're gonna end it here. Give me a kiss.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Again, I can't say enough.
Thank you for the love and support. I'm gonna go and cry now, but I love you guys.
We love our social media family. We've been doing this for 4 years, and you guys seriously mean the most to us. So, thank you. We'll see you in another video. So